While since bam, there I am. So according to this, I see audio is working, so I know it takes like 15-20 seconds for the chat to catch up to me, so please confirm if you're here that you can hear me and see me. Okay, Mr. Gel does a little wave emoticon, so I'm assuming that means everything is working okay. Alright, so I'm gonna bring up, let's see here, I'm just gonna jump right in. I'm gonna bring up AGS here. Oh, I get rid of that thing there. Okay, so yeah, here's good old AGS. I just need to check a few things. Mic is extremely hot. Oh, sorry. I'll turn it down. No problem. Let's see. I'll turn it down. Bam. How's that? That good? All right. I'll guess I'll find out in 15 seconds whether it's good or not. Okay. Hello, Rubrical. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce these right. Okay, so we got Blamumu, who helped with tech support last time, so maybe you'll have the opportunity to do that again. We got Mr. Gel, we got Rubrical, and I think that's it so far that I can see. It doesn't give me a list of who's actually in the chat. Let's see, does it tell me how many people are in the chat right now? No, it doesn't say. Okay, so right now we got about 7, I think. 7 people or so. Well, let's just jump in and start. And if you could, before we start, I just tweeted about this stream, so if you could hop onto Twitter and retweet it or tell people that this is happening or whatever, I like to get as many people in as possible. Likes the bacon. Hi. All right, I'm gonna move my mic. Darn it, I need a longer microphone cord. So I'm in a very awkward position here. Okay, here we go. That's better. That's more comfortable. All right, so I'm going to jump in. So basically, I've just literally, as of 12 hours ago, got home from a 2-week vacation in the UK. And while I was there, before I left, I sent Ben, our artist, a whole bunch of assets. I gave him a whole list of assets to do, things to draw. So I spent 2 weeks just watching him send me this stuff, and I wasn't able to touch it. I deliberately did not bring my laptop on vacation. So now I get to dive in and do it. So I got a whole lot of stuff to catch up on. So first of all, I guess I'll show you the area that I'll be working on today. I got to compile it first of all. And can you hear the music in the game? I'm going to, again, blindly assume you can until I'm told otherwise. So this is Unavowed. I'm just going to assume y'all have watched the previous stream and you know a bit about the game. This is my temporary splash screen, which is going to be fancier and do other stuff. Microphone is clipping and popping now. I think I got too close. Okay, is it better now? I can lean back and relax and you can still hear me fine? All right. If this is fine, then I'm just going to stay right here. So let's see. I'm going to jump ahead. So the last time I did a stream, I think we did Brooklyn, and for the last couple of months I've been working on Wall Street. And a lot of these backgrounds were imported before my vacation. So here outside, here's this placeholder woman right there. She's just hanging out there. Here's a placeholder guy here. He's kind of a crazy protester guy. He's protesting this bank, the Grant City Trust. This is down in Wall Street. You might recognize the infamous Charging Bull. And there was a bit of controversy recently in the real world where a little girl statue was placed right here, kind of with her hands on her hips, looking very defiant. And I think it was called Fearless Girl or Defiant Girl, kind of standing up to the bull. And it was very interesting. I love the statue myself. I think it's really interesting. And there's a lot of controversy about it because it kind of changes the meaning of what the original bull stood for. You can look up, if you're curious, look up Fearless Girl and Charging Bull on Google. It's an interesting story. But I debated whether or not to include the Fearless Girl because she's now part of this area. You'd go to this area and see Fearless Girl. But I decided not to for several reasons, because A, she might not be permanent. She might be removed in a year. And second, we've already got 4 characters here, and adding another humanoid figure would just make this scene so incredibly busy. And also, there's the third reason is that while the Charging Bull is a very iconic image, you know what this is. I mean, everyone's seen this in movies and television and whatever. So you see the Charging Bull, you know what it is. But you see the Fearless Girl, you might not, because she's brand new. So she would look more important than she actually is. So for those reasons, we decided to not include her. Not the least of which that it would have totally changed the composition of the background. So we just left without it. So this guy is a protester. If you talk to him, you know, he says all, again, placeholder portraits. He gives all these kind of political buzzwords about the bank and capitalism and stuff like that. So we're going to be replacing him with the real art today. If you walk over to the bank, they both go into a very weird position. You'll see a ghost there, which you can't talk to. Unless, because Logan's not with us, so we can't talk to him. We go into the bank, which again I need to change the placement of everything. And you might recognize this guy. He is a character from Blackwell Legacy. I used his original sprite from Blackwell Legacy as well. And that we're going to redo as well with the new sprites. So you'll see the high-res version of the Blackwell Legacy Guard, who I now have given a name. His name is Robbie. Hey, Drunkarella! Good to see you. Yeah, I noticed that you were doing a stream yourself. I am a host of Drunkarella when she is doing her thing. You can go to my Twitch stream and my Twitch page and see her. I'm not sure how that works, but that's what happens. And I noticed that when I went to my Twitch page to set everything up, I saw she was streaming, so I felt bad that I was going to be interrupting that. But anyway, yeah, so those are the scenes that I'm going to be adding characters to. And also there's a whole bunch of new backgrounds that I'm going to be... I'm twisting here because I need to kind of get around my microphone to get to the keyboard, which is maybe not the easiest way of doing this. Oh crap, I forget the room number. Let's see. Haha, 87 rooms. Yay. So here's this elevator. So there's a whoops. in the placeholder version of this room, the buttons were on the opposite side of the door. So the girl is supposed to be temporary. Yeah, the statue. Although there's some debate. I mean, enough people have protested that. They really like her. That maybe they'll end up keeping it. I know I'm sorry. Since this is going to be on YouTube later, and the YouTube people can't see the chat window, I need to make sure to include what I'm talking about when I answer a question. Likes the Bacon just said the girl is supposed to be temporary, referring to the Fearless Girl statue that I talked before. Yeah, originally, she might be temporary, but they might not make her temporary. She might be permanent. I know the original Charging Bull was supposed to be temporary, but enough people liked it that they kept it. So, who knows? Oh yeah, anyway, so yeah, we have this little card here, which you get via another puzzle, which is a bit spoilery, so I'm not going to do that. But you use that here on the slot, and then a couple of different areas open up. So now you get to see, oh yeah, this room is actually, I actually did do this room. But there's nothing to click on because I haven't added any hotspots, except for this room here, which is my little placeholder art. So I can, Dave, if you want, I can help you set up the chat box so it shows up. I tried to do that. I followed all these instructions online, and I tried to do it. But I have this issue with, because I'm on a laptop, and it uses two different graphics processors, and there's an issue there where it screws it up. It's just like a black window. And I've tried everything. I have followed all these guides, all these tutorials, all of these things that supposedly will help you, and I can't get it to work. So yeah, maybe you can help me. I don't know. That would be awesome if you could. Yeah, so this is a placeholder room. And who forgot to turn scaling back on? Yeah. Oops. All right, so to go back into the elevator, and I gotta set her up so she walks to the right side. I think, whoops. Okay, that's gotta be fixed. Oops. All right. Yeah, let's see if I can squeeze in there. Yeah, go to the roof. That's placeholder. And you go to Jason Grant's office. That's placeholder as well. So our job today, first we are going to import some characters just to kind of warm up, because that's very easy. And then Likes the Bacon says he will try to write up something and ping it over. That would be awesome. So if it doesn't work, I can contact you directly. That would be awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, also, like, I have the same trouble with getting my whole monitor to display. That would make things a lot easier in terms of streaming, because I could show other things. I know I had the problem last time, where I couldn't show certain things because it opened up in another window and it wasn't able to display on OBS. Yeah, and this door is locked, but inside is another placeholder room, which we'll be going to. All right, so let's get started. Also, I'm getting over a cold, so you'll have to forgive me that I occasionally have to blow my nose. So I got to do that right now. So if you'll excuse me, should I mute the microphone? Whatever. All right, that was exciting. It's getting real, guys. It's getting real. Hey, Garrett01. Hi. Oh, huge fan of your games. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so what am I doing? Okay, we're importing some characters, okay? So let's import that. There was a woman who met you when you got off the subway. She doesn't do anything, but she's standing there. Actually, she is doing something. I think it's an animation that I forgot to tell Ben to do. Oops. Oh well. So her name is Winnie. And let's create a subfolder for her, which I call walk, because she's walking. Now I'm going to import it, and again, I have to apologize, and I'm going to be apologizing for this a lot, because people are going to be coming in and out of the chat and don't know the problem. When I import the images, it opens up a whole new window, which you can't see. So yeah, this is a problem that maybe Likes the Bacon can help me with. So I'm navigating on my desktop now to the images, characters, Winnie. Excuse me. Let's see. Walk left. Alright, top left pixel. So I've imported her. Actually, I should change that. I make a subfolder to walk side, because she's walking side to side. And you can sort of see her there. And it's probably very small, because I'm on a very, very big monitor. And the images are quite small. So here's her walking side to side animation. Now let's get her walking towards the back, or walking up away from the camera. I don't know what you'd call it. Walking with her butt facing me. That's what the best way to call it. Okay, now walking forward. All right. There we go. Alright, now we got her walking, and I have one more animation of her opening doors. And she opens the door from the back. So I'm calling that open back. And I think here we are, importing that. Bam. And open side. She opens the door while facing the side. Oh, whoops, and I put all of these in the walk subfolder. Can I move those? Is that possible? No, I can't move them. Thanks, AGS. All right, so I'm stuck with these here. No big deal. Now I got to create a view for her. I'm going to create a view, characters, Wall Street section, Winnie. So create a new view, which I'm going to call the Winnie. Winnie view. Okay, why not? Alright, so I'm going to create a bunch of loops here. Actually, no, she only walks in the 4 directions, so she doesn't need all 8 standing frames. Okay, so opening doors while walking could have strategic advantage. Yeah, that would be nice to be able to do that easily in AGS. That's when 3D has the advantage. Once you have the animations in, you can do it from any direction, any angle, any distance. It's lovely. Of course, getting to that point is difficult. Anyway, let's import these now. And I don't think, no, you can't see the window. So I am importing walking downs, which is forward. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so she's got a 10 frame walking animation. So here we can preview that. You can sort of see it. Make it go a little faster. Remove the standing frame, so now she walks pretty smoothly. There she goes. Okay, so now I'm going to do it for all the other directions. So here's some... It's actually a quicker and easier way to do this, but I'm just going to do it this way. So now she's walking left. Now I just recently learned you can do this in AGS. It's something I never knew you could do. You can copy and paste entire loops. And now I copied it flipped. So now she walks in the 2 different directions. Actually, whoops, I didn't flip it. Now I got to flip the whole thing. Flip all frames in loop. There we go. Whoops. Where did she go? There she is. So now she's walking. And now get her up animation, which is back. Okay, so there's that. I don't know how exciting this is for you guys, but it's exciting for me. Let's see. Now I'm going to open from facing back and open facing side. So okay, there we go. So now I got to attach that view to her character. So I've got the view set up. Now I'm going into characters, Wall Street, mission, Winnie. Right now here's my little placeholder version of her. And here's her placeholder talking sprite. So what view number was it? She was view number, I got to go back, 225. So normal view is 225. Bam, there she is. So theoretically, she should be in the game. Let's see. Again, if anyone has any questions, whatever, please feel free to jump in, ask me anything. I don't have to do all the talking, you know. All right, so let's see here. Skip scene. 4 missions. Let's take Eli and Logan this time. Go to Wall Street. There she is. Now, there's an animation. There's supposed to be an animation of her putting something on the wall. She's kind of putting up a poster, which I realized I forgot to add to the list of animations that I had given Ben before I left on vacation. So now we can talk to this girl. Sorry, I'm kind of busy. Oh, I should move her portrait to the other side of the room. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's do that right now. The default, there's like a certain way AGS handles it by default, but I'm gonna I have a way of overriding it when I want to. I'm very particular about that. It's something that normally I used to not care about, and a lot of developers don't care about it, and probably even the players don't notice. But when the portraits cover the characters, bugs me. It bugs me like crazy. Rubrical Lou asks, is there anyone else helping you with this game? Yeah, Ben Chandler, of course, is doing all the art. He's done the art for every one of our games ever since Blackwell Epiphany. And, of course, Thomas Reagan's doing the music, like he did with Blackwell. And how many people do you control in Unavowed? There is the player character, who you always play, obviously. And you can control... You don't control them, but 2 other characters are with you at all times of a... of a total of... You'll get it? Okay, thank you. There's 4 companion characters, and you can choose 2 of them to go out with you at any given time. Okay, so this is how I handle moving the portraits over to the other side. So I'm forgetting where the... darn, I gotta look through something here. Okay, it's the function called gsay. New to AGS. This is all coordinate based for the most part. Yeah, I know Unity is not coordinate based. It's kind of floaty, which always confuses me because I'm so used to coordinate based. Okay, so do port side. So I have a function that creates exceptions for setting the portrait side. So if this equals CWinnie and the player's room is I think it's wall subway. I think, what did I call it? Subway. Oh darn it. Oh, it's Bowling Green. That's right. It's Bowling Green. So if the character speaking is Winnie and you're in Bowling Green, I want to flip. I want to lock the portrait to the right side. So that should fix it. That should move her portrait to the other side. And I got a compilation error. Thank you. Parse error. Oh, whoops, I forgot another equal sign. Haha, programming fail. What would you say your influences are for Unavowed? Anything non-adventure game related? Definitely. Are you kidding me? Dresden Files, #1. Top Dresden Files. I freaking love Dresden Files. Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines. I'm a big fan of Hellblazer. Crap. Whoops. Wrong scene. Wrong scene. 4 missions. Let's take Madonna and Vicky. And let's go to Wall Street again. And she's on the other side. Normally this would be polish that I would do later. But since I am streaming, I thought I would show off and show you how I do stuff. So yeah, she's in there now. And presumably she'll walk and stuff. Actually, let's see her walk. There's a little scene here where she walks. One weird mechanic in this game. Your character... Whoops, haha, my old placeholder art. I gotta fix that. Your character... The plot of the game is that your character was possessed by a demon. And you start the game when the demon's been exorcised. And you join the Unavowed because the demon did all sorts of murders and horrible things, so you can't really go back to your old life. But anyway, over the course of the game, you enter an area and you have a flashback to when you were possessed. So the screen gets all desaturated and all this stuff. So that's what's happening here. So I'm going to zip through it so you don't get spoiled by the story stuff. Right, so and after the flashback is over, Winnie... Oh my god, I screwed that up, didn't I? Alright. Yeah, she doesn't walk right at all. I'm glad I tested that. Oh my god, it's the simplest thing. How did I screw that up? Okay, let's see. Oh, I know why. Remember when I said she doesn't have any diagonal views? It's because I've got to set diagonal loops to false. That way, the game is trying to use one of the diagonal loops as a walking animation when it's just her trying to open the door. Okay, let's try that again. And some questions in chat. Is the voice acting the last part you do in development? Yeah, usually yes. In the case of Blackwell, no, because I know who's going to play Rosa and Joey, so when I have enough, I'll bring them in to record, because I know I'll be bringing them in again to do more. So it's okay if I don't finish. But with most characters, like side characters, NPCs, I only bring them in once because they can record everything in one day. So I want them to. I want to have every single line written when I bring them in to record. So yeah, I do that last. And another question. Sounds like you found out all the nasty stuff you did over the course of the game. Yes, you do. A ghost for Joey to get, lol. I'm not sure I understand the context of that. That was indeed awkward, huh? Okay, I'm not sure what was awkward because that was like probably several minutes ago when you wrote that. Anyway, yeah, let's try that again. All right, I gotta choose Eli and Mandana. Go to Wall Street. The dialogue that I'm skipping through here isn't entirely spoilery. It's not really spoilery. That's why I'm holding down the spacebar so it skips all the dialogue. If you really want to play this back later and hit the pause button to see what everything says, you're very welcome to. Oh, she walks fine now. Oh, whoops. Oh, I could actually use her opening door animation. So let's play around with that. So first I got to get her coordinates for where the door is. So let's see. Bowling Green, Cook Exterior. And I call it the Cook Exterior because her name is Winnie Cook. The dialogue said that was awkward after the NPC. Yes, that's true. Alright, so let's get the coordinates here. Bam. Alright, so she walks to that point. Let's see here, wait a second. Where did I have that? I think it was under the dialogue script. Winnie. Excuse me. Nope, not that one. Okay. Maybe it was under the flashback. Yes, here it is. Okay. So, I'll have Winnie walk to this position. She faces up, and then she plays her animation. So, I am gonna, let's see. I'm gonna do it the cheap, easy way. Let's see. So, it is Winnie's view number 4. So, let's just play that. Okay, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay. Comment that out. See Winnie, animate, 4, delay of, no, whoops, 4, delay of 4, actually delay of 3, do it once, block it, do it forward, and then do it the same thing but backwards. And we're going to have an animation later of the door opening and her going inside, but in the meantime, let's just have her disappear. Oh, I already have that. Change room to -1, which basically means disappear. How long did it take you to learn AGS? I picked it up way back in 2001, and I made a very, very simple game in a weekend. It was called The Repossessor. It was a Reality on the Norm game, which what Reality on the Norm is a bit too much to get into now. But the game is available somewhere online. Just look up Dave Gilbert Repossessor. It's about the Grim Reaper coming to this town to reclaim the soul of a zombie. It was a fun game to make, but I made that game in about a weekend after going through some tutorials of AGS. It was pretty easy to pick up, and this is back when it had a DOS interface, and it was so fiddly and kind of annoying. What coding language do you need to know to learn AGS? I didn't really know any coding language, really. I know it's a variant of like C and C++. I wouldn't learn how to code in order to use AGS. I would just learn AGS scripting and coding. It's pretty easy to pick up. Do you usually write dialogue in chronological order or not? Nope. Not for this game, because the game isn't played in chronological order. You can do a bunch of missions in different order. So, but what I'm doing is actually I'm focusing on the individual missions first, and then all of like the interstitial stuff, like the aftermaths and like the discussions between missions or after missions over. I'm saving that till later, because I want to get the core individual mission stuff done first, because that's where my priority is. That's where all my effort's going. That's the part that needs to be fun, and that's the part that really needs to be tested. So I'm focusing on doing that first, which means writing all that dialogue first, and then I'm going to go back and do some of the in-between stuff to kind of all the glue that puts it together, you know. So, okay, that's done. So then let's go to this other character who's a little bit more fun. He is that Wall Street bank protester. So let's do him. His name is Hugh. So I'm gonna go into the little sprites here. Find him, Hugh. So yeah, there's this little placeholder person there. Create a subfolder. He has an idle where he's just kind of, waving his sign around. So let's import that. Character. Oh, you can't see this? I'm sorry. You can't see what I'm doing because it's on another window. And the animation is called Protest. Here we go. Import all of that in. So let's go to a view. View, characters, Wall Street. He's got to have a view. Oh, whoops, yeah, he does right there. I never gave him a folder. So let's call that Hugh. And move his portrait view in there. Bam. Now let's just give him a regular view. Let's call it V Hugh. The Hugh view. Ha ha ha. Alright, anyway. How I am witty. Since I just spent 2 weeks in England, I'm a lot more wittier than normal. So if I sound more intelligent and witty and sophisticated, that's the reason. Alright, so let's import that. Let's import Hugh protesting. So that's an idle animation, so I'm gonna bring in all those. There's a cooler, less faffy way of importing animations, but since it all happens in another window, and I want you to see stuff, I'm doing it this way. So let's see him animate. Ooh, that's not, yeah. This is my first time ever seeing it. We're glad you're now a lot more wittier. Did I say more wittier? Yeah. I talk English good. So there he goes. He's probably very small on your screen. Sorry about that. Let's bring him back. Actually, let me import the rest of his animations. So he's got that one. And then he puts the sign down to talk to you. So let's call it sign down. Protest. Lower. Ben called it lower sign. That's fine too. And then at one point he... You know what? I'm not going to import the last one because it's a tiny bit spoilery. So I'm gonna put that one off. You might have seen the name of the folder. If you want to play this back later and pause it, you're welcome to. If you want to put effort into being spoiled, I'm not going to stop you. It's not really that much of a spoiler, really. Okay, so I have those two animations. So he's got his protest animation, and then he puts his sign down to talk to you. Okay, so let's get him protesting. So this is view 226. So let's go into characters and change his character view to 226. Bam. Alright, so now we got to make him animate. So we got to do a little something special here. He is in the charging bull room. So before you go in, let's see. Let's see here. Okay, here's if Hugh is in the room. Let's make him animate. Let's see, Hugh, animate. Whoops, anim duck. Loop 0. Let's make it, give him a speed of 3. Maybe that might be too fast. I want it to repeat. I want it to not block. I don't want it to take away player control. And I want to have it move forward. So let's see here. Do you play any recent point-and-click adventures for inspiration and such? Yeah, some. I've actually been going on a bit of a kick lately. I've been playing, I just finished Franbo. Like I've been playing it for a while, but I finally finished it. And I liked it a lot. It's really interesting. I also played Thimbleweed Park, which I'm sad to say it didn't do a lot for me. I liked the puzzles and I liked the characters, and I love Ron Gilbert. We talk a lot at conventions and stuff. I think a lot of the problem is it's hard for a developer to really get into a point-and-click adventure game unless it's really something different. much like Framboa's. Framboa is so different and so refreshing and new and cool. Maybe I shouldn't be telling everyone to play, the competition, but they're really awesome people. They're Natalia and Isaac, I forget his name. They're really cool people. I've hung out with them at events and stuff. But what else have I played recently? I played the 3rd season of The Walking Dead on a train going up to York. And I don't know if you know this, but one of our regular voice actors, whose name is Shelley, she is Kate. She plays Kate Garcia in the 3rd season of The Walking Dead. And she's really good at it, too. It's a really great character. Shelley played Sayuri in Gemini Rue. She played the French maid in Technobabylon. She played Amy Wellard in Shardlight. She's one of our regulars. Whoops. I have to change her. Oh, there he goes. Yeah. A little fast. I'm going to have to slow him down. So let's slow him down just slightly. Let's make him go 4. I feel like that animation should be a little bit more varied with other things going on, so that'll be more work for Ben somewhere down the line. Let's get Mandana and Vicky. Yeah, I like it. It needs a bit more. So that's for later. That's polish. I'm not going to worry about that now. But I like it. Oh, this is something very interesting, which I didn't even consider. The dialogue here is playing wherever the top of the sign happens to be. That's really funny. Okay, well anyway, now he needs to put the sign down whenever you speak to him. So because there's a lot of moments when you speak to him, I'm going to make it a function just to make it easy for me. So let's see, where is my... it's been like... I'm away for 2 weeks and I forget where everything is. I have a module for animations. Here we go. God, it wasn't 2 weeks ago, I would have just zipped right to it, but now I forget where everything is. So import... I'm making a function called sign up. Whoops. And another one that I'm going to call, whoops, sign down. There we go. Okay. Excuse my little cracking there. All right. Let's go back to the main script, go to the end of it, bam, function tired. I have a function that makes people tired. That's great. Next to... But yeah, there's a scene where the characters kind of slump against a wall because they're tired. Your use of pink here reminds me of the Dick Tracy film. Really? Oh, you mean the background? Yeah. Actually, the idea behind that is very interesting. It's purple, and Ben's idea was that purple was always a kind of a sign of wealth, and since this takes place in Wall Street, he thought that would be a kind of interesting color scheme for this area. So there's a reason for everything. If you see anything visual in this game, there is a reason for it, because Ben is just he thinks that way. There's a reason why I hired that guy. All right, so all right, there we go. So sign up means he plays, let's see, the VHue, he plays loop 1 backwards. So let's do that. CHue, animate. He plays loop 1. Let's make it the average speed, which is I think 4. It's, let's see. Whoops. Okay, I screwed something up here. 1 second. Okay, it doesn't block and it goes forward. Okay, so it blocks true and true. Okay, and then it starts up the idle animation again, which that's loop 0. So that was a average speed. It goes repeat, and it does not block. Okay. So when he puts the sign up, he plays it backwards, and he starts animating again. Okay, this is this is him holding up the sign. This could mean this is something really strange out of context. Okay, so now the other function. See hue, animate this. 1 average speed, blocks however it wants. Okay, and it plays backwards. Yeah, okay, that should do it. And it doesn't need to animate after that. So he just puts it down. Okay, so now let's go into the function where you click on hue. So see hue. Oh, you can't see this window, I'm sorry. I'm looking for a function see hue interact, which is down here. So yeah, the party walks over to him, and then he should put the sign down. Okay, so let's see if he does that. Oh, I might as well code the other one too. Because it's a function, it's easy to fix if I got it wrong. And that would be in his dialog script, which is here, dehue. So if you say goodbye to him at number 30, he should see hue, whoops, sign down. Okay. This should theoretically work. Bestow. Oh yeah, there's a function called bestow, because there is a bestower in the game. If you're familiar with Blackwell, you know what a bestower is. And there's lots of ghosts, and they all. The good thing about that all the ghosts, since you can't see the ghosts or you can't see their faces, it's just kind of this amorphous blob that kind of floats in the air. And they all behave the same way. So when Logan saves a ghost, I can just use the function that works the same way for every ghost. So that is convenient and a little cheat that I implemented to make things easy for myself. All right, let's. Whoops! Wrong place. No, that's a spoilery area. Bad Dave. The art's very pretty, though. I'll give it that. Okay. Eli and Vicky are going to Bowling Green. Never forget Bowling Green. Bowling Green Massacre. There he is. All right, and if we talk to him, let's see if he puts the sign down. Whoops! I did it backwards. Oops. So if we leave him. All right, that did not work at all, did it? All right, I just assumed that the animation order was him putting it down. Let's see if I got that right. Okay, he does put it down. So running the animation forward should put the animation down. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, wait, let me see here. Okay. So, sign up. I'm just going to, let's see here. I'm going to just do this the boring, easy way. Okay, one of it. I created a function for organizing animations, but I coded it in a very stupid way, and it makes it very difficult to use sometimes. And it goes backwards. All right. Aha! I forgot to tell it what direction to animate. Okay, my mistake. So let's see here. Animate 1, F speed, G backwards. Okay, and this goes E forwards. So let's try that again. It's basically how much effort goes into something so little. Let's see. I nearly said never remember earlier. Don't know if that was too political for you here. You're still talking with the dialog window up. I know. Because there's a reason for that, which I need to fix. I'm aware that it's a problem. North Grove. No, Wall Street, not North Grove. Okay. Alright, so Let's move it. Ha! And he puts it down. The reason why is because I didn't code... the way I coded the background conversations is that they stop when a talking portrait appears on the screen. So if you talk to him like that, then the background conversation will stop. This is obviously an exception, so I need to do some extra coding to fix that. Oops, and he does not put the sign back up. So let's fix that. Sign up. Okay. So he animates it. It should animate backwards. Fine. Oh my god. I realized what I did. Okay. Sign down is supposed to be sign up. Ha! That's David being a moron, and David's going to have some water while this compiles. How many people are in the chat right now? Let's see. 24. Hello, everyone. That's never accurate for some reason. Like, I know, like, once I had, like, a lot of people chatting in the chat window and it said I had 3 people, which I know that wasn't true. So I don't know how accurate that actually is. Who are the people in the placeholder portraits? That's a good question. Google image search. If I want to have a certain character or a certain look, I just type the description into Google and see what comes up, and if I like it, I choose that, and I also send that to the artist who's doing the portrait art. Having 5 playable characters change your approach to the structure of this game? Yeah. It's a lot harder. Every section I basically have to design 4 or 5 times. There it goes. There it goes. Alright. So that works. That works. That's all good. Alright, so we got one more character that I want to put in. The new guard. And I think he only has a 1 frame so far. No, he has an idle. So let's go into sprites. Excuse me. Robbie is his name. And I call that idle. He's idling away. I'm going to import them. You can't see this. I'm sorry. Robbie, idle, and I'm going to select all here. Bam, and they're all in. Okay, so I got to take another sip of water. Have I ever played... Okay, I see a bunch of characters. Obsessive Teenage Geek says, ha 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 ha. Apparently I said something funny about 5 minutes ago. Garrett01 says, have you ever played Thief, Dark Project, or Thief the Metal Age? I haven't, no. I hear they're very good. I have played Dishonored, which I hear is like the spiritual sequel to Thief. Obsessive Teenage Geek says, what are the best and worst things about making a game? God, that's a loaded question. Best thing is that I'm doing what I love. I love these types of games. It's kind of cool making them. The back and forth with the fans like this. Being my own boss is cool. It's very rewarding when I create something and it turns out well. It's getting to that point that is sometimes the worst thing about making games, because there's creating something and then there's being creative, where I call being creative the act of coming up with the thing that you're going to create. That's actually really hard. It takes, because you can't really say, you can't make a list of the things that you're going to create. It's like you got to come up with that stuff, and there's no hard or fast rules to that. It's like in the air, it's in the ether somewhere, and you got to pull it out and figure it out. And once you get to that point, then it's a matter of just like making a list of everything you need to do and checking it off. And that's fun. That's rewarding, seeing everything come together. So yeah, I both love it and I don't. It's ironic how Dishonored was a better Thief game than Thief 2014. Never played Thief 2014. So I think there's another animation for this guy where he gives something to you. Yep. Robbie, he checks someone's ID. So he takes it from you and looks at it. So there's that. So he's got 2 animations. So let's go into his view, which is here. Characters, Wall Street, Robbie. Wow, I have a Robbie, a Robin, There's a lot of Ben made the point of there's a lot of characters ending with a Y or an E. So I've got Robbie, I've got Winnie, I've got Vicky, I've got Donnie, I've got Vinny, I've got who else? A lot more. Wendy, Robbie View. All right. Whoops. No, I want to go into his sprites. Where are his sprites? Here they are. Oh, no, I already have a sprites. Duh. I want to go into his view. Yeah, this is his old sprite from the Blackwell Legacy. So we're going to give him his new sprite, which is here. So congratulations, Hospital Guard from Blackwell Legacy. You now have a name, and you're twice the resolution. Import all of that in the Faffy way. Bop, 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 bop. So that's his idle, and now let's give him his other animation, which I'm not gonna test that today because there's a lot of story and gameplay stuff that I need to do in order to get to where that animation plays. So I'm not gonna actually do that today, but I'm gonna plug in his idle and see how that goes. So let's play it and see what speed we need it. So delay of 3. Let's give it a delay of 4. No, delay of 3 is fine. Okay. And we'll give the final frame of it a delay of like 150. So he pauses in between. He's like nodding his head and drumming his fingers. So I don't want him to constantly do that. So I'll give him a little pause in between each one. So I see a bunch of stuff in chat. I just have a bit of state in my head. So I just want to get this into the game before I forget. Loop 0. All right, let's get him in there. Bank lobby. So let's see. Robbie. Animate. 0. Delay of, I think I said a delay of 4. Repeat. Non-blocking goes forward. All right, so let's see if that works. Is Francisco going to reprise his role? Yes, he will. I think Shardlight was nearly set in medieval times. I'm not sure. Would I make a game purely set in the medieval ages? I don't see why not. Don't see why not. There was no Thief 2014, you lie. I'll take your word for that. I've never played it, so I can't. Alright, so now let's zip ahead. Hello, guy that we just implemented. Hello, ghost. And he's not there. Oh, do you know why? Because the other sprite was bigger because it was the full standing frame, and I'm like pointing at this screen. I made the desk a walk behind area, so you couldn't see him. But now that he's smaller, he's moved below the desk. So I gotta fix that. Bank lobby. Let's see here. I'm gonna make this a little bigger so I can see it, and I can remove the walk behind here because I'm not going to use it. Well, I might as well keep it just in case. No, I'm not going to need that. I'm just going to remove it altogether. Bam. Switch to characters, and here he is down here. Hello. He's lost some weight since Blackwell Legacy. Good going, guy. All right. All right, let's see here. Sit him right there. The Unavowed menu music is awesome. Thank you. I certainly have heard it enough. Favorite film set in New York? Pick any Woody Allen film, really. Let's see. I love Woody Allen movies. Not a big fan of Woody Allen himself. I think he's a bit of a creep, but I do love his movies, I have to say. Right. So let's try this again. Do I ever play my own games after they've been released? I recently did a whole big live stream of all the old Blackwell games and Gemini Rue, and I don't know if I did any of the others. Yep, there he is. And he's idling away like a champion. There we go. And he's talking to you. Hey, folks. All right. Still got the old Blackwell Legacy portrait, which obviously we're going to change. Okay, so those are the main characters I wanted to get into the game. So now, the cool thing to do would be to get some new backgrounds in. Woo! We've never done that on a stream before. Excuse me. Let's see. What should we do next? I think cubicle floor, roof hall. Let's do the roof. So this is my little placeholder version of the roof, and it's got some walkable areas. Which is all going to change as soon as I import the new background. So I'm going to import the new background, which I know you can't see what I'm doing, but trust me, it's awesome. I'm going to scenes. Let's see. Elevator, reception, roof. Nope, not roof. The roof hallway. So, bam. This is the new roof hallway. And I'm gotta change the walkable area. So I just removed it because it's no longer relevant. And we're gonna add some elevator doors as well. Okay. I don't think I have a walk behind for all these boxes, so I'm just gonna arrange the walkable area so you don't go behind those boxes. But you need to go to this door. Whoops, I need to go a little lower. I'm just painting this. Painting the walkable area. Happy little walkable area. Channeling my inner Bob Ross there. Whoops. Happy little walking area. Sometimes it's just guesswork. You never know quite what seems natural until it's in the game. So that seems about right, I guess. Now I'm going to shave a little bit off here. Shave a little bit off. Nope. Put it back. Put it back. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Let's see how it looks when I when I actually play the game. So now that all the walkable areas are in, I have to change where the characters start when they enter the room, because I think originally they started off like somewhere up here. Because that's where that's where my placeholder elevator was. So I want to move them here. So I usually put the character, the player character, in the middle, slightly ahead. So I just saved the coordinates for that. So let's see if the previous room is an elevator. Yep. Let's see. So I put the player 1 there. Companion character I'm going to put right there. And companion character 2 I'm going to put right here. And I want them to face. I have a command called party face. Party face. I'm going to have them face down. So let's see. They're going to... Actually, no, I don't want them to face down. Face them... It doesn't really matter which direction they face. Even if they're faced to the side. Actually, no. They have to face a direction. There we go. As long as they're faced to the side, since their side angle is kind of towards the front anyway, it's cheating a bit, like a 3/4 angle, it'll still look reasonably natural. So now let's play with this. That's great. Where do you get your SFX from? I subscribe to a service called, oh my god, what is it called? SoundSnap. And it's a wonderful investment. For like $20 a month or something, you can download as many sound effects as you want, musical cues, all sorts of really neat stuff. It's better than something like Free Sounds because you just never know the licensing involved with them, and they're all of mixed quality on something like Free Sounds. But SoundSnap, everything is great quality, and you don't have to worry about licenses or anything. Everything you basically. With your membership fee, everything is good to go. So I use that. Oh, whoops. Nope. Nope. Wrong room. I need to zap myself to the elevator, which I think is... Crap, what room was it? 85? Yes. Okay. And And I set it up so it chooses a party at random, which is nice. Right now this elevator is set up weirdly. So let's go to the roof. And they're really crammed in there, aren't they? So we got to fix that. Let's go back here. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change that to, I'll bring him down, bring the player character down like 5 pixels. No, yeah, 5 pixels. So he's at 314. Let's pretend it's an even 315 and bring him down to 320. And then bring these guys down to 315 and 315 and move them a little bit farther apart. So move this guy 10 pixels to the left. So 249 and this guy 10 pixels to the right, 314. That way, when you leave the elevator, the transition means you just sort of imply that they walked out of the elevator and separated a little bit. Oh, I keep forgetting not to do that. Okay. Okay, and I gotta fix the walkable area here. Whoops. Oh, right, I gotta. Bam. That looks a little better. That could look a little bit more natural. Let's fix that. Okay, let's move the player a little bit more forward. Move this guy another 10 pixels to the left, and this guy another 10 pixels to the right. See how that looks. The main character started off standing on another party member's feet. Yep. Are you going to add an animation of the card swiping? Maybe. That's there's things that you have to have. There's certain animations that you have to have. And a little close-up of the card swiping would be cool, but not entirely necessary. And since, oh my god, I keep forgetting I don't need to do that. Since this game is so big, we kind of got to pick and choose about what cool things to add and what cool things not to add. And that's yeah, alright, that's cool. I like that. Although I think they're standing on non-walkable areas at the moment, so they're not moving around the room with me. Let me fix that. Yep. Because one character is standing here and the other one is standing here. So we gotta fix that. This is how the sausage is made, people. Someone on the street just honked, shaving a haircut. Honk, 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 honk. Alright, so that should work. Alright, now I gotta also change the hotspot of a lot of stuff, because here were the original hotspots of things. This was the original elevator door, which I'm gonna change to this. Yoink. And yoink. So yeah, clicking on the call button or the elevator does the exact same thing. And here's this door, which it's funny how whenever I see the difference between my placeholder art and Ben's art, whenever I have a door, they're always at a much sharper angle than when Ben does it. This is why he's the artist and I'm not. Okay, now let's that's a little keypad, a code for the roof. Yeah, that's fine. That's a little lopsided, but it works. Now I gotta change the positions the characters walk to when they click on this stuff. So the door, you click on the door, you need to go here. So let's go change that. Door interact, party walk player, here. And if you click on the keypad, you go here. A little bit. Oh, whoops! I need to extend this down a bit because you can't get to the keypad properly. A little bit more walkable area. It's funny. You look at some games in the walkable areas are just a complete mess, but they work fine. But I like to make it neat because I'm a little anal that way. So talk to the keypad. You talk to the keypad. Click on the keypad. You go there. Okay, let's keep going. Let's try this again. Go to room 85. Okay, that's starting to bug me. I have to fix that. Alright, so you click on the door. And it's locked. Actually, he's standing a little too close to it. So I'm going to move him a little farther away. For both of those things, I'm going to make him stand farther away. So move him back 20 pixels. 22. Let's see. 98. That should do it. Do I use a mouse or a pad? I use a mouse. Wait, I can't get it on the camera. Darn. It doesn't reach. The cord doesn't reach. Well, I have a mouse pad right here with a picture of my sleeping baby on it back when she was a baby. This is her in her crib. And I've got a mouse here. Here it is. And it's got on a cord and it doesn't reach. And I think I just unplugged it. I think I just unplugged it. Just a second. Alright, mouse, where are you? Yep, I unplugged it. There it goes. Alright. 598 should be 498? Did I screw something up? 598. You're right. Ha ha ha. You are right. Can y'all hear me? Yes. Okay. She's adorable. Well, thank you. I won't deny my kid is adorable. Although she's a lot bigger now. You know what? I'm roasting. I have an air conditioner here that I'm going to turn on. Hopefully that it's not too loud. There we go. Ah, yes, that's nice. If that's too loud, I can turn up the volume on my microphone. Of course, that'll also turn up the volume of the air conditioner. So whatever, we'll live with it. I'm hot. Okay, let's try that again. A cool little feature in Prey on the keypads, you could use your numeric keypad. Huh. I'm kind of a console gamer myself, so I don't think that'd be an issue for me. Just want to say I love each game of yours. I can't wait to play Unavowed, and I hope you continue making lots of video games in the future. Also hope you make more Twitch streams because they're really interesting. Thank you. You know, I do this so often, and I'm like, is this really interesting to people? But people seem to really like it. I've got about 30 people in the chat right now, so 30 of you are sticking around to watch me babble and talk about programming and XY positions and stuff. So I'm really, really glad that you like this stuff. We can still hear you perfectly. Awesome. Wait, someone's told me I had entered in something wrong before. Was that you, Macmumu? Blamumu? No, it wasn't Blamumu. Blamumu, you're losing your reputation as my Wadjet Twitch tech support. It's 1 a.m. here in Australia. Wow! You're doing an all-nighter. Alright, you know what? I'm going to fix that right now, because that's starting to bug me. Every time I see it, I think, no. You can see why, because when I did the placeholder art, I had this elevator button on the other side of my placeholder art. And then Ben decided that the right side looked cooler, so he put it there. But of course, I forgot to change the walkable position, so I'm going to do that now because it's starting to bug me. So let's see. I copied and pasted the coordinates, so bam. And I know that there's a way to stop the drop-down menu from appearing, but it's a bit complicated. Fortunately, I don't have to do it too often. I'll have to do it for this eventually, but I'm not going to do it now. So now she should just walk right there. Yeah, bam. Cool. Let's go to the roof. Yeah, alright. Now let's see, do the other characters walk around? There they go. There they go. Cool. Now I go to the door. That's a good position. And here, and here. This is a funny thing. I had the same keypad in Blackwell Epiphany and Blackwell Deception. The same exact keypad. Obviously, we need to redo it because it's a low resolution. But the funny thing is, I also had this exact same keypad in a freeware game of mine from like 2004. And that game was called Two of a Kind. I don't know if any of you have played that, but at one point you have to enter a number on a keypad. And it wasn't drawn by me, sadly. The artist on that project drew it. So I asked permission. Is it alright if I use this in Blackwell? And he's like, sure, whatever. Because I already had a nice keypad image, and I figured, why reinvent the wheel? But now at the higher resolution, this looks funny, so I'm gonna get this changed. And obviously this placeholder button, it needs to be changed. Okay, so that all works. So now let's get the elevator doors opening and closing, huh? That's always fun. I need to blow my nose again, guys. Sorry. All right. It's live and unplugged here. Nose blowings and all. All right, so I got two... let's go into my sprites here. I got so much stuff open, I don't know where anything is. All right, I'm going to... first I'm going to save all my work just in case. It does, every time I compile the game, it saves it. So I have been saving continually. Just since I want to close all of these tabs here because I got so many open. In order to do that, but it doesn't save them. So I want to make sure to save the game just in case. So I'm closing them all. I'm closing all tabs except this one. So now I've got tab open, room, Wall Street, roof, hallway. You know what? The elevator doors are a bit of a faff to get in. So I'm just going to move on to another room. Let's get some of the cool stuff in. Let's see. So let's go to the roof. The roof that's a nice, pretty image. And I want to show off. So here's my placeholder art for the roof. Here's just like an image I stole online. I just Googled in like Wall Street roof view, and that's what came up. And here's the roof. Got 4 flower pots there, and the door going back into the hallway. So let's change that to the new seam. Bam! So isn't that cool? So now I gotta do all that again. Here's my original walkable area. So I gotta change that. That is a massive flower pot there. Let's see here. We don't do a lot of walking here, so I'm gonna... whoops, a little too high. So I'm gonna bring that over. Happy little walkable area. Someone made a funny joke where they called it the joy of coding. What's neat is that I actually watched some Bob Ross videos recently, and he's so relaxing. Watching him paint is so relaxing. And there's a character standing over here, so I'm just gonna remove that so we don't walk over the guy's toes. And let me extend that a little bit more. Why not? Actually, I can tell you where he's standing. He's going to be standing. I have to move him now. He's going to be standing right here, kind of looking over the edge there. So let's make that little happy walkable area. And I need to... the door needs to open too. We don't have a version of the door opening, do we? No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. That's just work Ben will have to do later. No problem. I am the harbinger of work. Let's just change that. So when the door is open, that's the edge of the door frame, so they'll be walking through that. So when they walk through the door, they'll be coming through here, so their Y position will be about 337. So that we got to remember. 337. Alright, so I'm going to change the Y position here. 337. Copy that. Okay, and then they walk in. Let's see here. Wait, 332. Okay. 337. Bring this guy in. 335, and this one. Oops. And this one, I guess. 339, a little bit above. Okay. Same thing here. Okay, and there's a big old dialogue that starts when you enter the room. So and it's a bit spoilery, so I'm just gonna comment it out. That way it doesn't play when the game starts. I mean, if you really want to, pause it and try to read my code to get spoiled, you're welcome to. It's not really that much of a spoiler either, so don't worry about it. Alright, so go to room 85. Let's go to the roof. And whoops, gotta swipe the card. Bam. And let's see here. I think on my little... Yeah, here it says roof code. This is my little debugging thing. The roof code is randomly generated every time you play the game. And there's a few clues around the office building that enable you to get the code. So since in order for me to just go in and test it, I create a little cheat for myself where the code's right there. So it's 2043. And there's my little debugging stuff too. Alright, so now it works. So the door is unlocked. So let's go. Right, so that doesn't look half bad, does it? Needs some tinting. No, the characters aren't following me. They aren't following because they're not on a walkable area. Well, let's tint them anyway. I think what code did I give it? Nope, not that. Was it T? No. M? Darn it. What was it? I have to look it up. There was a special keyboard command I created for myself so I can look up, so I can adjust the tinting on the fly, and then kind of get it to where I like it, and then copy those numbers down and then put them into the script. So, what was it? Tint? Oh, what was the function called? Tinty equals chew. Okay, G tinty. Visible. Control Y. I don't know why I used Control Y instead of Control T. There was a reason for it, but I don't remember what it was. Is the rain animation separate to the actual background? Yes. The rain animation, weirdly enough, is a GUI. And I decided to use GUIs in the Blackwell Epiphany days because I found that it's basically a layer on a GUI that just has the rain animation looping. And I found that using the GUI for some reason was less resource intensive than using an object or anything else. So I got in the habit of using a GUI. But now AGS handles those things a little differently now, so it's probably... I probably don't have to do it that way. It's just sort of habit. I just do it that way because... You know what? What am I doing? I don't think I actually need to go through this faff every single time. 3420. Alright, let's go. Alright, so let's tint these guys. Alright, so... Oh, whoops. Stupid thing. I think I gotta increase their saturation. 1 second. Someone's calling me. My mom texting me from the Grand Canyon. Sending me pictures and making me jealous. Alright, so let's adjust these things a little bit. Luminosity. No, I don't want them to be darker. Give it a bit more red. Bit more green. I want more blue? No, less blue. Less blue. Ooh, okay, I like that. What do you guys think? That look good? That look good? They're tints? You think they look good? I think they look good. So I'm going to open up Notepad here and write those numbers down. You can't see it. So say 37, 16, 8, 49, 100. All right, say, well, no, whoa, hey, okay. Actually, let me give it a bit more red. Just a bit more red, a bit more saturation. There we go, I like that better. All right, so 42, 16, 8, 53, 100. I could be really fancy and add in a fog effect. Yeah, I could. Alright, so now I'm going to code those into the room. I think it was room 81. Yep. Although, God, I always forget how to code tinting. I got to look at another room and, and remind myself how I did it. Set ambient tint. Okay. Alright. Not ambient tint. Copy and paste all that in. And I think I could just Control X to room 81, and I should be able to get right there. Bam, yeah. Alright, and they're tinted. Huh. Not entirely happy with it, actually. I'll fiddle with it later. That's polish, isn't it? And the placeholder is tinted as well. I love that. Okay. Alright, so that I'm happy with for now. Let's move on. So I uncommented that. Now for some water with real-time reflection. Yeah, Blackwell Epiphany had that. The problem is that, like, I want to add so much stuff. I'd love to have footsteps, because there's some bits where, you know, they walk through stuff where they could have footsteps. Or footprints, rather. I tried adding reflections to certain shiny rooms. In Blackwell Epiphany, it was possible, because I just had the one character. I just had Rosa. But now I've got 3 characters at once, all who need to reflect, and it just drains the resources. The thing about AGS is that it can do a lot, but its resource management is terrible. If you try to add a lot of fancy effects at once, it can really slow things down to a crawl. Actually, let me show you. There's this one room. I'm diverting a bit. It's not really spoilery. I've showed this, like, an animated GIF of this on Twitter, so I'm not really spoiling this. It's nothing that I haven't already said publicly. You go to this alleyway. Yeah. Here, there's so much going on. We have the rain effect. We have the droplets. We have rain dripping from here. We have rain dripping from over here. And I think rain dripping from this air conditioner unit. There is the water effect here, this puddle. And the puddle effect actually is much bigger than you'd think, because let me show you why. I'm giving away a puzzle here, but it's okay. I'm only giving away a tiny part of the puzzle. If you plug up this drain pipe with your little rag, the water comes out of this second drain pipe and creates another puddle. And that is done because there's just a big, massive puddle underneath the scene, and we just remove little bits of it in order to create the effect of the puddle forming. So there's so much going on here, and actually I had to speed up the speed of the game because it slowed things down to a crawl. Like the character is actually moving slightly slower than it. Whoops! And she's walking in front of the foreground. But yeah, like I happen to love this scene. But there's so much going on here. Adding real-time fog, forget it. Sorry, that's not going to happen. Anyway, little diversion. What am I doing now? Oh yeah. Let's add. There's an office. Travis's office. Here's my little placeholder room of Travis's office with my walkable area. Yeah, notice how sharp the door is. So let's see how that changes when I add in the real room. Travis's office. Bam. So let's remove that. And that's so much prettier than my little chicken scratch, isn't it? This guy is living in his office. He's got his sleeping bag there. And whoops, so we don't have... let's see here. Whoops. I mean, remove that. Painting my new walkable area. Ah, no, that got completely messed up. Screw that. Let's... Alright. This is the one area of the game where... I know my big thing about Blackwell, and what Ben always makes fun of me for, is that there's always offices. It's always offices and apartments. And this is the first section of the game where we have offices and apartments. This is probably, you know, it's got good ways into the game. But figure, it's a story about Wall Street. You gotta have offices and apartments on Wall Street. It's just, you gotta have them. Okay, let's see here. I screwed that up royally. All right, let's change that. Let's move that here. Make that a nice diagonal here, and then there. Bam, perfect. And I'm going to add a little walk behind for this foreground element, because that would look really ugly otherwise. Let's see. Whoops. Fortunately, it's a nice simple square, so I can paint over it pretty easily. Let me zoom in a little bit. I need to get another whoops. There we go. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping like crazy. It's so fun to get back to work after being away for so long. I'm kind of just loving this. Okay, and set that baseline really low to like 640. Okay, so I see some chat here. This live is really increasing the excitement of being able to buy the game. I'm glad. I'm really excited. I'm happy about that. I hope you tried baking the drips, drain, and puddle into the same layer. I have. Actually, I did do that. That's the one reason why it runs better than it did, because I had to, what's the word? You know, when you try to make things more efficient, there's a word for it that I'm forgetting. So yeah, I did that a lot. I also tried baking in the rain splatter into the ground. Some rooms I can do that, some I can't. The alley, I couldn't because of the whole puddle thing. That's impossible. Optimization, that's the word. Optimization. Oh, thank you, Garrett. Ha! I did come up with it myself. Thank you, Garrett. And so, in that alley scene you were in before, are you going to add an SFX for the AC fan on the wall? No. Because there's so many things going on in there that there is something that happens early on in that scene. When you pick up the pipe, something happens that requires a lot of sound effects. So I figured not having a sound effect for the fan will be forgiven. Boo. Okay, the hiccup remedy doesn't really work. Ah. And Garrett, optimize. Yep, that was the word I was looking for. So now we have to... I'm going to extend that out a bit. Alright, so... Oh, and I can actually... Let's see, move this up a tiny bit there. There. Alright, so... the player is slightly ahead. Let's put him here. Or her here. Put them here. Previous room equals the cubicle floor. So you go from the cubicle bank to the office. And let's see, put the companion 1 a little behind, right there. And then put the other one down here. And they're all on the walkable areas, so that's good. And have them all face right. Alright, that should be pretty easy, actually. That was pretty straightforward. He says, tempting fate. Alright, go to floor 14. Here we go. This room is probably really messed up because it was the last thing I implemented before going on vacation. I had to really play with the scaling here because otherwise, whoops, they have to be really, really huge when they get to the window. So I had to make them shrink. And I don't like using scaling. It's not that AGS handles it badly. It's just with low-res art, even though the fact that it's higher-res art makes it a little nicer. But usually with low-res games, when you shrink something down, they get really pixely and chunky, and I don't like that so much. So I got in the habit of avoiding scaling whenever possible, even though with this game I don't really have to. So let's go into this office, and they're really squunched in together. Okay, we can fix that. Oh, and here's a little object that I need to get Ben to draw. That's a little book that's on... Well, there is a book on the desk. Okay. We need to make that a separate layer. And there's a picture. Okay. And can we go back out? Yeah, we can. Yeah, that I need to fix. Hello, floating people. Okay, but let's fix the placement here. Let's move the player even farther out. Let's put him here, or her here. I don't know why the game tends to show the player character more as a male than a female for some reason. I don't know why, even though it is random. Actually, it really depends. I always say him or her depending on the last version I saw. So since I saw him last, I say him. This person loves Chinese food. Come on, New York has the best Chinese food, and I've been to China. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't need to do that. All right. Dude. I need to code some kind of... that's a little better. That's a little better. Not great. I'm gonna fix that. Okay. So let's move the player even farther out. Put her even farther. Put her here. That seems really far. That seems really far. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend the walkable area a little bit farther back. I don't need... Whoops. Let's cut that out on an angle there so they have a very natural way to walk. And fix that line. I'm being a little precious here. I don't need to make it so even. Alright, let's move the player here. And put companion 1 here. And companion 2 down here. That way they're nice and separated. I think... Can I actually go directly... No, I can't. Chinese food is something I have not had in several weeks because of England. I should have had a bagel this morning. That was my mistake. One thing England cannot do is good bagels. Sorry, England. What room was that? The cubicle floor is room 79. So let's go from room 79 right into the office. Yeah, that's a little better. That's a little better. Okay. That's a little better. I'm going to move the player maybe about 10 pixels forward and move the second companion character about 10 pixels down. I think you can actually, I can do that. Put the other companion character like right here, a little bit lower down. This is the glamour part, guys. Deciding where characters stand when they walk into a room. And I'm realizing I'm like at the point where I'm kind of slumping in my chair, as opposed to like, no, I gotta look respectable. Can't destroy the magic for you guys. Yeah, I like that. I like how they stand there. I think Mindan. I'll fiddle with that later. I'll fiddle with it later. I quite like that. Yeah, a lot of Chinese food. Nothing has a hotspot yet, because none of this was drawn. You saw what my placeholder art looked like. Yeah, and that's supposed to be a book. And there's... Whoops. This is a section of the game that Eli is supposed to be with you. And so that was Eli was supposed to say that line, and it appeared in the middle of the screen because Eli is not actually physically with me at the moment, because I cheated and skipped ahead to the room. And here's a note that's underneath the piece of paper. Okay, I think I'm kind of done with this room. I can polish it up later, of course. Alright, let's go for another room. What do we have next? We have the CEO's reception room. This is the CEO of the bank has his own special office with his own special reception area, and that's this. So here's the elevator, and here's the reception desk, and here's the door leading into the office, and it's all abandoned because it's creepy. So let's import that. I'm looking through my files here. Jason Grant's reception. Here we go. There we go. It's much fancier than my background, I'll say that much. Ooh, I really like... I didn't see this, because I was always... I could only look at the backgrounds on my phone, because I was on vacation. I didn't have my laptop, and I didn't notice the fancy designs on the desk. That's really nice. Thank you, Ben, if you're ever watching this. Are there going to be some horror elements or jump scares? Not really. It's not a horror game. It's I mean, yes, it's more Dresden Files, I think. Like, it's urban fantasy. I mean, it's no more horror than Blackwell was. There are definitely some, shocking moments, but it's not like monster comes out and rips your face off. Although, that does happen once. Anyway, I won't tell you when. Is it possible to play the game with the main character, with the main protagonist? Nope, you have to have the two companions with you at all times. I thought about changing it, but I'm already... because I'm designing each area of the game to be played multiple different ways, depending on who you have with you. I'm already doing it 5 times, because you have to have either Eli or Mandana with you. So that helps. Because they're the veterans of the Unavowed, and they're the ones who kind of can explain the things you find. So you can either have Eli and Logan, Eli and Mandana, Eli and Vicky, Mandana and Logan, or Mandana and Vicky. So that's already 5. And I originally had another companion character, which added 2 more paths, but I cut her because it was just getting too much. And adding more variations where you can play the game with just the main protagonist would mean another path that I'd have to design, and I don't want to. It's already too much work. I'm already kind of stressed out by designing everything 5 times as it is. Okay, so let's change everything here. Let's go to the walkable areas, which actually, hey, it's actually not far off from where it was originally. So let's I'm going to remove it anyway. Alright. This is a nice fancy office. I like this office. I like this reception area. Here's one of those cases of very shiny floors, which if this was Blackwell Epiphany I would have reflections. But with 3 characters it's a little difficult to do that. Alright. Okay, and up towards the door. There we go. I like having everything at an angle so the characters will like walk naturally up towards the door as opposed to walking here, then turning up and walking up. It's a little... That's what makes me a pro. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Let's, Okay, let's set everyone's position here. So... Put the player here. Actually, no. I can't. Every time I do this, the players are always too close together. So now I'm deliberately going to make them even more farther apart than my instincts tell me to, because my instincts are always wrong. So, player goes here. Okay, is bank previous? That's a very weird function I made for myself. Or if they come out of the elevator, then do this. Okay, second companion character goes there, and the other one is up here. Ah, crap! I put him in the wrong place. Alright. I put it in the section for if the player comes out of the office. Darn it, now I gotta start over. Okay. The whole 1 minute that it took me to do, I got to do all over again. Okay. Okay. When buying your games, what's the best platform to use to ensure you get the best cut? Direct from the website. And it comes with a Steam key, so that's the best place to buy them. For me, personally. That means I get 100% of it, as opposed to having to give 30% to Steam. But I know people like buying on Steam, so I don't begrudge you if you buy on Steam. Except if you do buy directly from me, you get a Steam key. Alright, so let's try that out. Whoops. Jason Grant. Here we go. Yeah, actually that came out pretty nice. And here's a little placeholder element there, which I need to replace. Needs tinting. Needs a bit of tinting. And the characters over here, they need a tiny bit of tinting. Let's see. They need a bit of orange. Just a touch, just a touch. Add a bit more red. Do they need blue? No. Yeah, like that. So we got 43, 10, 0, 40, 100. Okay, set ambient tint. That should cover it. Gotta love the blank. Yeah, that's because Dave hasn't added the hotspots yet. Or rather, I've created the hotspot, but no description for it yet. So that's what the blank means. Okay. All right, let's do the next room. Oh, let's test the tinting. Let's just test it. See if that works. Room 83, bam. Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that. Ooh, air conditioner's not happy. I need to fix the following functions so they don't keep bumping into each other. Oh, and I gotta change the hotspot for everything else. Okay. Hotspots. I made a big elevator door when I drew it myself. Okay. And got to cover the little pad as well. Okay, and this hot spot here. The door. Bam. Hooray, okay. What is that on the ceiling? Is that the lights? Yeah, some kind of just fancy decorations hanging from the ceiling. There were some in the lobby background as well. If I go back there, save this room. Yes, yeah, there were. Actually, no, they're different shapes. He was, I think Ben's the challenge for Ben, and what I really asked him to do. I always figure if I got to do an interior, if I got to do just another office, another apartment, do something to make them interesting, and that's what it did here. We tried to make them interesting, especially with the big windows. I made a point of doing that with Blackwell Epiphany as well. If there was a room, since so much of it is indoors, let's show off the city. Let's show something cool. So let's have big friggin' windows in every room and show off the city. Make it not look boring. And so you'll see in every room here, you got well, except this room, because that's supposed to be dingy. But you got the office here. We got a big window. The cubicle floor here, you got a big window. You got, what's the one we just did? This reception area. We got big window and all these fancy shapes and designs. And inside that door is another office. Whoops, is this office here? My other little placeholder room. Let's zoom in there. Yeah, this is my little placeholder room, which I'm gonna update. This is like the Big Cheese CEO office. So if this was Wadjet instead of an investment bank, this would be my office, I guess. Let's see. Where is it? Come on, where is it? Cubicles, elevator, Travis Cook, Travis hallway, rooftop. Oh my god, where is it? Jason Grant office, Jason Grant hallway, cubicles, elevator, residence, bedroom, interior, exterior. Where'd it go? I know I saw it, because I just... Here it is. Okay, reception. No, not reception. I want the actual office. Here we go. Found it. Found it! Okay. Bam. So this is a cool room. This is... I was very inspired. I don't know if you ever played Martian Memorandum, but in the opening cinematic for that game, there was a room where, you know, the CEO of some, like, mega corporation, because, you know, Cyberpunk, is sitting at his desk, and there's this immense window behind him with, like, the future city behind him, and it was just this gorgeous, gorgeous room. Unfortunately, the characters are scaled down like this, so they look like little blocks walking around, but the background is gorgeous, and I was very much inspired by that. So yeah, let's redo the walkable area, which is a big fat mess here. Oh my god, that's so gorgeous. I wish I could have reflections in here. That would be so cool if I could pull it off. But it just eats up memory. Though with one character in Blackwell Epiphany, it was fine. I did it because only Rosa ever had it. I very deliberately arranged the game so no other character besides Rosa walked where where you need reflections. I deliberately did that. And Joey didn't need a reflection either, obviously, because, you know, ghost. Oh, you need to walk behind there. I wonder if Ben actually... Did he create a little walkable... I think he created a walkable area for me. Well, let's... let's make that a little higher. And you can walk here. You can get closest to the desk. There we go. That should do. Would it be cool? It would be cool if Joey had a cameo in the game. It would be cool. And maybe he will. I don't know. I'm not saying. I will say that, you know, Abe will definitely have a role in here somewhere. Alright, so let's change the hotspots around. That's a drinks cabinet, which is currently open because I haven't... there's a open door version of the cabinet which I need to import, but one thing at a time. I hum while I work. Okay. Okay, that's covered. Now let's fix the door. I always do these massive doors on my placeholder art. Alright. Bam. Oh, and here's my little placeholder element there, which I need to replace later. Okay, so when the characters walk in the room, let's put the player way over here. And let's put character 1 over here. And put character 2 here. In the script, you probably noticed it's friend 1 and friend 2, which is cheesy, but it's nice when I code it. It's like, oh, they're all friends. I understand if you don't answer, but how much does it cost to get illustrations of this quality? Per scene or per hour? Neither, because Ben is a full-time employee now, so this is all he does. He does work for us full-time every day. So it's really, I can't really quantify how much each individual piece is, because it's all together. I basically pay him a salary and he does the work. Back in the day, though, I remember I would pay, like, I don't know, like I once paid a professional art studio for Blackwell Convergence. I paid them like $300 per background, which maybe was a little more than I should have paid at the time. It was too much for what the game was. It was too much. It was very nice art, I'll say that much. But for Blackwell Epiphany, Ben was on board full time, so he basically did everything. So I can't really quantify it because it's just however long it takes, as long as he doesn't, slack or take too long, or if I don't give him something completely unreasonable to do, the games still come out at a reasonable clip. I mean, since Blackwell Epiphany, Technobabylon, Shardlight, this. So that was 2013 when he started working for us. In the 3.5 years since, he's done 4 games. So, No, he started working for us in 2013. So it's been about 3.5 years. Yeah, exactly. So he's done Epiphany, Technobabylon, Shardlight, and this. So 4 games, even though this one's nearly not finished yet. Anyway, I'm babbling. Let's continue on. Let's see. The characters enter this room. I think it was room 84, was it? Yeah. And they're facing the wrong way. Oops. Let's fix that. They're facing... There we go. Shardlight's art was amazing. Very atmospheric. Thank you. Although I'll thank you on Ben's behalf. There we go. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I quite like that. Okay. So we actually have some art elements to import here. So first there is a desk blotter. I think, let's see, there is a desk blotter here. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to change that image with the... Oh, Ben. Yes, use the alpha channel. You can't see this, I'm sorry. Bam. And bring it into the game like so. There we go. Okay. Huh. Slightly transparent. Cool. Alright, so move that here, and then I guess move that up. Okay. Watching the stream while studying organic chemistry makes evenings more entertaining. You're welcome. Yeah. I'm happy to help you slack studying. Okay, something here is a little messed up. Let me see. I gotta go look at something on my desktop, which you can't see, so I'm sorry about that. Looking at stuff that you can't see, looking at stuff that you can't see, looking at stuff that you can't see. I'm talking. Okay, yeah. I need to open something up in Photoshop really quickly and make a quick adjustment. And you can't see it. I don't have Photoshop on attached to OBS. I once tried, and it's horrible. So I'm gonna play with this here. Wait, what? All right. Sorry, this is very boring because you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. Okay, let's... Alright, resave that. The button. Okay. Sorry. This is, I'm, yeah. I always like, whenever I do this stuff, I always feel like I gotta be talking and showing you stuff every second, or you all get bored and you all stop watching. Oh no. So, I'm just doing stuff. Grant Office. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that will do the thing that I need done. For the blotter. Oh, crap. All right. Right. Okay, I know what I need to do. My mistake. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. I am... There was an art asset I burned into the background, which I need to do now. I need to burn something into the background so it can be used properly. Ben had no way of knowing that, so I don't begrudge him. Okay, just a second. I gotta burn it into the background myself, and so then when I import it, it'll be there. Okay. Okay, it's done. Save it as a PNG. Okay, done. All right, so now I'm going to import the background. Copy. Okay, there we goes. There we goes. Oh, rats on toast. Okay. Yeah, Ben did something really clever where he made this transparent, but now you can see the button underneath. Sorry, a bit of spoilers there, but not really. Button under a desk blotter isn't exactly an original idea. Okay, I gotta do some futzing around in Photoshop to fix that. No big deal. Let me see something here. All right. I just see some chat stuff. Hard to create balance with the amount of selectable objects in a room because of accidentally confusing the player. Yeah, you can. Which is why I'm pretty selective about what stuff can be highlighted over. Also, this game is different because not everything is clickable. You can highlight, you can mouse over and look at stuff, and you get a description at the bottom of the screen, but not everything is clickable. And it's streamlined. It's streamlined a bit, but I really like it because you can find, you don't waste time clicking on everything to see if you can use it. It's so you click on the important stuff. I think I'm going to play Martian Memorandum. Do you have any suggestions of old quality adventure games? I have played all of the Wadjet games, looking for new/old stuff. Old quality adventure games. I recently played Loom with my daughter. She really liked it. I recently played... gonna take a sip of water. I recently played through Kyrandia 2, the Xanthia game, also with my daughter. The design is horrible. The design is absolutely horrible, but visually, like, it's just so full of character and so full of love that it charms you, even though the design is abysmally bad, like hair-pullingly, like, why did they think this could be fun? Bad. But the character designs and animations and everything in it is just so lovely that that it's charming. Okay, so I'm gonna I need to go back into Photoshop and play with something else here, guys. Sorry, just really quickly, I need to make a version of that desk blotter that is not transparent. All right. All right, so I'm burning it into the image, and I am now going to be cutting around the edge of the blotter so it's its own separate object. I'm describing what I'm doing because you can't see it. I've tried connecting Photoshop to OBS before. It doesn't work. And maybe Likes the Bacon can help me with that. If so, that would be awesome. Okay. Dead air. Oh no. We're losing the audience. Okay. Very delicately cutting around the edge of the blotter so it'll move on its own without taking the desk with it. Alright, that'll have to do. Okay, so I'm saving that as its own separate object. Blotter 2. Okay, done. So I am going to bring that in. I'm going to change the image to the one I just created. Blotter 2, blotter 2. No transparency. Okay, now the blotter is covering the button. Oh, I didn't, there we go. So if we move it that way. Okay, I need to edit it a bit more because I didn't shave off enough of the desk parts of the blotter. Alright, I know you guys can't see this. Hopefully I'm not losing you guys. Am I panicking unduly? Okay, save that again as blotter 2. And replace the graphic again. Replace from source. Import complete. And that should do it. Yeah, okay. So, when that moves, when you move the blotter, you should see the button. Okay. Haven't played Prisoner of Ice yet. Oh, I've never... I tried playing that way back when. Shadow of the Comet and Prisoner of Ice. I couldn't get into them. They were kind of very, very dated by the time I played them. So sadly, they just weren't really my thing. But they look really, really fun, which is a shame. Not a shame that they're fun, but a shame that I couldn't get into them. I think I found them a little too late. Okay, so the blotter... okay, if the blotter's X position is 126... the original position is 126, 254. 126, 254, so that's its original position. And its new position that I want it to be in is here. Does that work? Yes. So the new position is 144, 239. So 144, 239. Okay. So now I also need to make a hotspot for the button, which is... it's a hot button topic. Yeah. 2 hours into the stream, I'm making really stupid jokes. Drunkarella, I don't know if you're still here. I might have mentioned before that I've seen some of your streams are like 5 hours long. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. 2 hours, I start to get punchy. Okay, so now let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. Oh, whoops. I got to reset the blotter to where it originally was. Fortunately, I have that right here. 126, 254. 126, 254. So now let's see if that works. I think it was room 84. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so here we got the desk blotter. And he's going to walk to completely the wrong position. Yep, that worked. Oh, crap. Madonna! Now I need a walk behind for the desk, which I don't have. That's something I need to get Ben to do. But now you press the button, and oh well, actually I'll import that now. That's kind of fun. Out of all my games, which one is my favorite? Oh, Drunkarella, there you are. When you become a streaming veteran, 5 hours will just fly by. I imagine so. Yeah, this is actually the button reveals a safe. There's gonna be a little painting here. This is like slight spoiler territory, but I mean, really, this is very minor, trivial stuff. So the safe. Wait, no, safe. Wait, what if I move that all the way? over here. No. Oh, I see what he did. Okay. I see what he did. Alright, so he actually created a whole animation for this thing, which is sweet. That's exactly what I need. So, we're going to put up the painting, and then we're going to have it open when you press the button. Isn't that fun? Let's see here. Okay, Grant's office. Here we go. Now let's call it painting. And we're going to import all of those little frames. Actually, no, we don't have that animation. Oh, well. Oh, I know what we decided to do. We talked about just having the painting move, because that's cool and easy to do. So let's do that. So the painting covers the safe. Like I said, slight spoilers, guys, but I mean, you walk into this room, you solve this in about 5 seconds. So this doesn't spoil any story stuff. It's just some very simple puzzles. And I always envisioned this is a painting of the original construction site of the building. That's my little headcanon there. Okay, so when you press the button, first when you enter the room, I'm going to set the no. I don't want to do that. You press the button, the portrait is going to move up to a new Y position of 98. So let's fix that. You press the button, and okay, let's remove all of that. Well, first let's give the portrait a object name, which we have. Okay. I called it safe before because originally it was going to be the safe version of the safe that was open, but it's a little complicated to change the name of it, so tween position. Let's say it takes half a second to do it, to the current X, whatever X it currently has, to the new X of I forget what I said, let's say 97. And it's a linear tween, and it blocks. And oh wait, all right, that's fine. A couple of little polishy things I need to work on. The hidden safe hidden behind a painting is a very Thief style mechanic. I hate to say it, it wasn't original when Thief did it either. So and move the blotter, and then hit the button. Madonna, move out of the way. Hey, where's the painting? Oh, right. Okay. It needs to be visible. There we go. All right, go back to 84. Stay put, companions. Stay put. Eli, Vicky, get away. Stupid companion AI. Okay. Now let's press the button. Alright, needs to go a little slower than that. Let's say it takes a full second to get up there. Stop! No! Stupid party members. Go. We definitely need to walk behind. Sometimes I can draw the walk behind area myself, but since this desk is so intricate and fiddly, there's no way I can do it myself using the AGS tool, so I'll ask Ben to do it later. Boink. Yeah, that's good. And then you can open the safe and do other stuff. Alright. Yay. So we did quite a lot today, guys. Can you set walkable areas that the AI cannot go into? You know, I've tried doing that. The thing is, it's built in. The follow functionality is built into AGS, so they do it in a very specific way, and it's all internal. So changing it is very hard. What I'm going to have to do eventually is just do my own custom version of it. I don't know how else to do it, because they bump into each other. They start covering certain areas. They go into areas I don't want them to. I tried setting it. I tried creating like another walkable area, and I said if the character enters this spot, stop him. But then the character would just get stuck there and kind of twitch back and forth, and I couldn't figure out how to stop it from doing that. Stupid stuff like that you just, you got to figure out eventually. That's polish. I will figure that out eventually. Right now, getting all the important elements into the game is kind of priority for me right now, because there's just so damn much of it. So I'm gonna try to do that. But anyway, guys, my voice is starting to go, and I'm hungry because it's lunchtime here. But yeah, thank you again for joining me. I think this is a good time for me to stop. For once, I didn't run out of stuff to implement. I'm going to be doing more, so I'll hopefully be doing this again soon. What I think I'm going to be doing soon, I was asked to be a judge for the finalist winners of the Adventure Jam. So they told me I could stream them. I could do whatever I want. So when I get the entries, I think there's just going to be 10 of them. I'm going to be streaming that. So you'll watch me play those live. And if you created one of those games, I'll be judging you while I do that. Anyway, that's really it, guys. So yeah, thank you very much. I'll keep an eye on Twitter and everything, and I'll let you know when I'll be doing this again. Okay, thank you.